पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। Hare Krishna. So continuing to read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence in the Rath Yatra festival and the reciprocation and exchange that we will see between Lord Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya. So we saw yesterday that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he woke up very early, very, very early. And they all, along with his associates, and they all got up ready to be able to witness the Pahandi Vijay, the coming of Lord Jagannath from his sanctum sanctorium and coming to the chariots. And in front of the chariots is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his associates welcoming Lord Jagannath. तबे महाप्रभु सब लाया भक्त गना स्वहस्ते पराइला सब माल्य चंदना. As the cars stood still, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gathered all his devotees and with his own hand decorated them with the flower garlands and sandalwood bulbs. This is the culture. If we invite devotees, then we should be able to offer them proper respects. Lord himself is giving this evidence that he gathered all his devotees and with his own hand decorated them with flower garlands and sandalwood bulbs. These two things are must, should not be missed. If you are inviting Vaishnavas, then you should have flower garlands for them and sandalwood for it. If you are following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's path. Who are the exalted devotees? परमानंद पुरी और भारती ब्रह्मानंद श्री हस्ते चंदन पाए बड़ीला आनंद. So these are all the broad brothers of the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya, Shri Padishwar Puri, Paramanand Puri and Brahmanand Bharti. Paramanand Puri and Brahmanand Bharti were both personally given garlands and sandalwood bulb from the very hand of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This increased their transcendental pleasure. अद्वैत आचार्य और प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री हस्ते स्पर्शे दोहर कोइलानंद. कीर्तनिया गाने दिला माल्य चंदन स्वरूप श्रीवास यहाँ मुख्य दुई जन. You see the etiquette that first he honored his elders, Paramanand Puri and Brahmanand Bharti. They were the god brothers of a spiritual master. And then the senior most devotees, Nityanand Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu. And amongst the Kirtaniya, the senior most, Swarup Damodar and Shivas Thakur. चारि संप्रदाय होइला 26 गायन दुई दुई मृदंगिका होइला अष्टजना. So now the Kirtan parties. So there were altogether 4 parties of Kirtan performers, comprising 24 chanters. That means in each there were 6. In each party there were also 2 Mridanga players, making an additional 8%. तबे महाप्रभु मने विचारे करिया चारि संप्रदाय दिला काला गायना बातिया. When the 4 parties were formed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after some consideration, divided the chanters. Nityananda Advaita Haridasa Vakreshware Chari Jane Agya Dila Nitya Karibare. So in the 4 parties, the 4 lead dancers, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Haridas Thakur and Vakreshwar. They were the lead dancers in the 4 respective parties. So in the first party, प्रथमे संप्रदाय कैला स्वरूप प्रधान और पंच जन दिला ताहरा पालीगान. Swarup Damodar was chosen as the leader of the first party and was given 5 assistants to respond to his chanting. So Swarup Damodar was not the dancer, he was the singer. So in each party there was one lead singer and there were his assistant. And then there was a lead dancer. We just heard the 4 lead dancers. Who are the 4 lead dancers? Pradeep?
Nityananda Prabhu, Advaitacharya, and Haridas Thakur, and Vakreshwar Pandit.
Yes, very good. All these 4. दामोदर नारायण दत्त गोविंद राघव पंडित और श्री गोविंदानंद. The 5 who responded to singing of Swarup Damodar, this is in the first party, were Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govindat, Raghav Pandit and Sri Govindanand. Mahaprabhu is hand-picking and selecting each and every member of the party who will do what. Advaita Nitya Kari Bare Agya Dila Shiva Sampradhane aur Sampradaya Korila. So in this first party, Swarup Damodar is the lead singer and the lead dancer is going to be Advaita Prabhu. Advaitacharya Prabhu was ordered to dance in the first group. The Lord then formed another group with Srivas Thakur as the chief man. The first group, Damodar Swarup, was appointed chief singer and the respondent singers were Damodar Pandit. We just read this. Sri Advaitacharya was appointed as a dancer. The next group was formed and the chief singer was Srivas Thakur. And who are these participants? Gangadasa Haridasa, Srimana Subhananda, Shri Rama Pandita Taha Nache Nityananda. So these 5 will respond to the singing of Srivas. The 5 singers who responded to the singing of Srivas Thakur was Gangadas, Haridas, Shriman, Subhanand and Shri Ram Pandit. And Nityanand Prabhu is the lead dancer. Vasudeva Gopinath Murari yaha gaye Mukunda Pradhana Kaila or Sampradaya. Another group was formed consisting of Vasudev, Gopinath and Murari. All these were responsive singers and Mukund was the chief singer. This is the third group. Shrikanta Vallabh Sena aur dui jana Haridas Thakur taha karena nartana. So another 2 persons, because 5 were to respond. 5 were to respond to whom? Who is the lead singer here in the third group? Have we just read? Priyanka, who is the lead singer in the third group?
Mukund Kunj.
Yeah, Mukunda. Which Mukund? There are two Mukund.
Mukund Dutt.
Yes. Mukundat is the batchmate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whenever he would sing, Lord Chaitanya himself would dance. Very good. So in this group, the senior Haridas Thakur was the lead dancer. So who are the dancers? You see, the most old man. Advaita Prabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Haridas Thakur. In the third group, Mukunda was appointed the chief singer. The party was composed of Vasudev, Gopinath, Murari, Shrikant and Vallabh Sen. Five of them to respond. Vasudev, Gopinath, Murari, Shrikant and Vallabh Sen. And senior Haridas Thakur was the lead dancer. Next. गोविंद घोष प्रधान कैला और संप्रदाय हरिदास विष्णुदास राघव यहाँ गाए. The Lord formed another group appointing Govind Ghosh. There were three brothers, the three Ghosh, famous Ghosh brothers. Anyone knows who are the three Ghosh brothers? One name is here, obviously given here, Govind Ghosh. What are the three names? Anyone remembers? Ramya?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Govind Ghosh, Vasudev Ghosh, and Madhav Ghosh.
Yes, very good. So Govind Ghosh was the leader, and in the group, younger Haridas, this is Chota Haridas, Vishnudas and Raghav were responding singer. And see, now the names comes. That is why I was holding. Madhav Vasudeva Ghosh, Duhi Sahodara. So these are three brothers. Govind Ghosh, Vasu Ghosh and Madhav Ghosh. So Govind Ghosh, Dui Sahodar, two brothers. Nitya Karena Taha, Pandit Vakreshwara. So in this way, four parties are complete. The two brothers named Madhav Ghosh and Vasu Ghosh also joined the group as responsive singer, and Vakreshwar Pandit was the dancer. So four done. Then the next party will come. These four parties are in front of Lord Chaitanya's, in front of the chariot. Kulina Gramera Eka Kirtaniya Samaja Taha Nitya Karena Ramananda Satya Raja. There was a Sankirtan party from the village known as Kulin Gram. And Ramanand and Satyaraj were appointed the dancers in this group. Shanti Purera Acharya Rera Ek Sampradaye Achyutananda Nache Tatha Aur Sab Gaye. There was another party. So this is the sixth party that came from Shantipur, but without Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya is already in the first group. In the first group, which Advaita Acharya, who is the lead singer? Ravinder?
Swarup Damodar Prabhuji.
Very good. Swarup Damodar Goswami. And was formed by Advaita Acharya. Achyutanand was the dancer and the rest of the men were singers. So six done. Now comes the seventh party. Khandera Sampradaya Kare Anyatra Kirtana. So there were four parties in front of the Ratha, one each party in the side of the Ratha, and one party at the back of the Ratha. Total 7 parties. Khandera Sampradaya Kare Anyatra Kirtana Narari Nache Taha Shri Raghunandana. So this is Shrikhand. We went to Shrikhand. It is also called Khandera. Another party was formed by the people of Khandavas. They are called Khandavasi or Shrikhand. These people were singing in a different place. In that group, Narhari Prabhu and Raghunandan were dancing. Okay, now comes the conclusion. Jagannath Rage Chari Sampradaya Gaye Dui Pasha Dui Pache Ek Sampradaya. Okay, so 4 parties chanted and danced in front of Jagannath and one on the either side. Yet another was at the rear. So total seven Sankirtan parties. Shat Sampradaya baje 14 mandal, Yahara Dwani sune Vaishnav hoila pagal. There were altogether 7 parties of Sankirtan, and in each party, 2 men were beating drums. Thus, 14 drums were being played at once. The sound was tumultuous, and the devotees became mad. Vaishnavera mega ghatai hoila badhala, Kirtananda Sabha Varshe Netra Jala. All the Vaishnavas came together like an assembly of clouds. As the devotees chanted the holy names in great ecstasy, tears fell from their eyes like rain. This is actually Ratha Yatra. त्रिभुवन भरी उठे कीर्तनेरा ध्वनि, अन्य वादे आदिर ध्वनि किछु न सुनी. When the Sankirtan resounded, it filled the 3 worlds. Indeed, no one could hear any sound or musical instrument other than the Sankirtan. शटर्थानी भूले प्रभु हरि हरि बोली, जय जगन्नाथ बोले न हस्त युग तुली. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wandered through all 7 groups chanting the holy name Hari Hari. Raising his arms, he shouted, all glories to Lord Jagannath. और एक शक्ति प्रभु करिला प्रकाश, एक काले शट थाली करिला विलास. Sri Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then exhibited another mystic power by performing pastimes simultaneously in all 7 groups. Like Krishna was dancing, there were millions of gopis. So Krishna expanded. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also by his mystic power, he expanded himself into 7 forms and he was dancing in amongst these 7 groups. Sabe kahe Prabhu achen mora sampradaye, anyathani nahi yaha amara dayaye. Everyone said Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present in my group. Indeed, he does not go anywhere else. He is bestowing his mercy upon us. केहा लिखिते नारे प्रभुरा चिंते शक्ति, अंतरंगा भक्त जाने यार शुद्ध भक्ति. Actually, no one could see the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Only the most confidential devotees, those in pure, unalloyed devotional service, could understand. Kirtana dekhiya Jagannatha harashita, Sankirtan dekhi Ratha kariya sthagita. Lord Jagannath was very much pleased by the Sankirtan. He brought his car to a standstill just to see the performance. प्रताप रुद्रेरा होइला परम विस्मय, देखिता विवश राजा होइला प्रेममय. King Pratap Rudra was also astonished to see the Sankirtan. He became inactive and was converted into ecstatic love of Krishna. काशी मिश्र कहे राजा प्रभु राम महिमा, काशी मिश्र कहे तोमार भाग्यरा नाही सीमा. When the king informed Kashi Mishra of the glories of the Lord, Kashi Mishra replied, O king, your fortune has no limit. Sarvabhauma Sange Raja Kare Thar Rathari, और देख नाही जाने चैतन्य रछुरी. The king and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya were both aware of the Lord's activities. So they could both see what? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in all the 7 Sankirtan parties together. But no one else could see the tricks of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yare tare kripa se jani bare pare, kripa vina brahmadika jani bare nare. Only a person who has received the mercy of the Lord can understand. Without the Lord's mercy, even the demigods headed by Lord Brahma cannot understand. Raja ra tuchha seva dekhi prabhu tushta mana, Seita prasada paila rahasya darshana. Why King Prataprudra could see not others? Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been very satisfied to see the king accept the menial task of sweeping the street. And for this humility, the king received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He could therefore observe the mystery of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. The Prabhupada is describing. The mystery of Lord's activity described by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Lord Jagannath was astonished to see the transcendental dancing and chanting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he stopped his car just to see the dancing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then danced in such a mystical way that he pleased Lord Jagannath. The seer and the dancer were one and the same person. This is amazing. The seer in the form of Jagannath and the dancer in the form of Mahaprabhu, they are one and the same person. But the Lord, being one and many at the same time, was exhibiting the variegatedness of his pastime. This is the meaning behind his mysterious exhibition. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the king could understand how the two of them were enjoying each other's activities. Another mysterious exhibition was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's simultaneous presence in seven groups. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the king could understand that also. So both Sakshat na deya dekha prakoshata daya ki bujite pare chetan chandra re ramaya. Although the king had been refused an interview, he was indirectly bestowed causeless mercy. Who can understand the internal potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was playing the part of a world teacher, he did not agree to see the king because a king is a mundane person interested in money and women. Indeed, the very word king suggests that one who is always surrounded by money and women. As a sannyasi, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was afraid of both money and women. The word king is repugnant to one who is in the renounced order of life. Actually, we were just having a gathering in the temple, the meeting room, JCC room. Today happened to be the birthday of Sri Mahaprabhu. Officially, we don't celebrate, but few of the devotees had come together. And finally, Mohan Rupa Prabhu also came. So Rishi Kumar Prabhu will shortly become a sannyasi. He is an aspiring sannyasi. He is just to be a sannyasi. Someone who, shared something very, very important. He said that three danda bhikshu. Once you become a sannyasi, you will have three danda. What are these three danda? Vak danda, Dana danda, and Mana danda. Danda also means rod, and it also means punishment. So he was saying that if one is becoming a sannyasi, then he is voluntarily giving punishment. What? To his power of speech. That the power of speech cannot deviate to utter anything which is not in glorification of Krishna. And if it does so, it will get punishment, strong punishment. Similarly with the body. The body is just meant to be utilized in Krishna's service. And anything apart from that, it needs to be chastised, heavy. And the same is for mind. So here it is being said that externally Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always avoided Maharaj Prataprudra because he was a king. And a king is said to be a Vishayi, one who is always into sense enjoyment and material comforts. So sannyasi means one who has taken sannyas from all comforts. Guru Maharaj used to say very, very prominent Very important aspect. He used to say, for a devotee, comfort zone is like coffin. Coffin समझते हैं ना? Tabut. So if a devotee is in comfort zone, that is his coffin of devotion. That means we must always be in a situation where we struggle for Krishna. If we have to serve, we will have to struggle. And if we are in comfort zone and trying to give body comfort, mind comfort, that means our bhakti is namadol. So we see the reason here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to see the king, but indirectly by the Lord's causeless mercy, the king was able to understand the Lord's mysterious activities. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities were exhibited sometimes to reveal him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and sometimes to show him as a devotee. Both kinds of activities are mysterious and appreciated only by pure devotees. So when he is playing which role, that is very mystical. When he is playing the role of a devotee and when he is playing the role of a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarvabhauma Kashi Mishra Dui Mahashoye Raja Prasad Deki Hoila Vishamoye. When the two great personalities, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Kashi Mishra is the head priest of Jagannath temple. They saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy upon the king. They were astonished. Hey Mata Leela Prabhu Kaila Katashana Apane Gaina Nache Na Nij Bhakt Gana. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastime for some time in this way. He personally sang and induced his personal associates to dance. Kabhu Eka Murti Kabhu Hoye Bahu Murti Karya Anurupa Prabhu Prakashe Shakti. According to his needs, the Lord sometimes exhibited one form and sometimes many. This was being executed by his eternal potency. Leelaveshe Prabhura nahi Nija Anusandhana Iksha Jane Leela Shakti Kare Samadhana. Indeed, the personality of Godhead forgot himself in the course of his transcendental pastime. But his internal potency, Leela Shakti, knowing the intention of the Lord, made all arrangement. Okay, I'll skip the purport. Purve Aichera Sadi Leela Kaila Vrindavane Alaukik Leela Gaura Kaila Shane Shane. Just as Sri Krishna formerly performed the Ras Leela dance and other pastimes at Vrindavan, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed uncommon pastimes moment after moment. भक्त गने अनुभवे नहीं जाने आना श्री भागवत शास्त्रे ताहाते प्रमाना. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing before the Yatra car could be perceived only by pure devotees. Others could not understand. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashita param bhavam ajan mama bhuta maheshwara. Description of Lord's uncommon dancing can be found in the revealed scripture Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Sri Krishna expanded himself into many forms while engaged in the Ras Leela dance. And he also expanded himself when he married 16,000 wives in Dwarika. The same process was adopted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he expanded himself into 7 forms to dance in each and every group of the Sankirtan party. These expansions were appreciated by pure devotees, including King Prataparudra. Although for reasons of external formality, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to see King Prataparudra because he was the king. King Prataparudra became one of the Lord's most confidential devotees by the Lord's special mercy upon him. Externally, no one can know that internally how much he is connected. And how it became possible? Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased to see his menial service of sweeping the street in front of Lord Jagannath. The king becoming a street sweeper. The king could see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu simultaneously present in all 7 groups. As confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, one cannot see the expansion of the transcendental forms of the Lord unless one is a pure devotee of the Lord. Ei mate Mahaprabhu kare nitya rangaye Vashaila sabaloka premara tarange. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in great jubilation and inundated all the people with waves of ecstatic love. এই মাতা হইলা কৃষ্ণেরা রথে আরোহণ তারে আগে প্রভু না চাইলা ভক্তগণ. Thus Lord Jagannath mounted his car finally, and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired all his devotees to dance in front of him. आगे सुना जगन्नाथेरा गुंडीचा गमन तारे आगे प्रभु याइचे करिला नर्तन. Now please hear about Lord Jagannath going to Gundicha temple while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced before the Ratha. Ei mata kirtane Prabhu karaila katashana apana udyoge nila chaila bhaktagana. Sorry. Ei mata kirtana Prabhu karaila katashana apane udyoge nachaila bhaktagana. The Lord performed kirtan for some time and through his own endeavor inspired all the devotees to dance. Apani nachite abe prabhura mana hoila shat sampraday tabe ekatra karila. When the Lord himself wanted to dance, all 7 groups combined together. Srivasa Ramai Raghu Govinda Mukunda Haridasa Govindanand Madhava Govinda. The Lord's devotees, including Srivas, Ramai is Pandit, younger brother, Raghu, Govind, Mukund, Haridas, Govindanand, Madhav, and Govinda, all combined together. Uddanda Nitya, it is Uddanda Nitya Prabhura Yabe Hoila Mana Swarupera Sange Dila Eina Vajana. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu desired to jump high while dancing, it's called Uddanda. He placed these 9 people in charge of Sarup Damodar. Who are these 9 people? Their name is given. Sri Ram, Ramai, Raghu, Govind, Mukund. 5. Haridas, Govinda, Madhav, and another Govind. 2 Govind. He placed these 9 people in charge of Sarup Damodar. Ei das jane prabhura sange khaye dhaya aur sab sampradaye chari dikh gaya. These devotees, Sarup Damodar and the devotees in his charge, sang along with the Lord, and they also ran beside him. All other groups of men also sang. Dandavat kari Prabhu yudhi dhui hatha urdhva mukhe stuti kare dekhi Jagannath. Offering obeisances to the Lord with folded hands, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised his face toward Jagannath and prayed as follows. Namo Brahmanaya Devaya, Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namah. Jayati Jayati Devo, Devaki Nandana So, Jayati Jayati Krishna, Vrishnipam Vishnivam sa Pradeepa Jayati Jayati Megha Shyamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Prithvi Haranasho Mukunda Jayati Jayati Prithvi Haranasho Mukunda. All glory is unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the son of Devaki. All glory to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the light of the dynasty of Vishnu. All glory is to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose bodily luster is like that of a new cloud, and whose body is as soft as a lotus flower. All glory to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared on this planet to deliver the world from the burden of demons, and who can offer liberation to everyone. Jayati Jannivaso Devaki Janmavado Yaduvar Parishad Swe Dorvaya Nasanna Dharma Sthirchara Brajanagna Susmita Sri Mukhena Rajapur Vanitana Vardhayan Kamadeva. Entire Krishna Lila is in this one verse. Very beautiful verse. Very, very condensed verse. And to explain this verse, it will require many days. Lord Shri Krishna is he who is known as Jana Nivasa. Jayati Jana Nivasa. The ultimate resort to all the living entities, and who is also known as Devaki Nandan or Yashodananda, the son of Devaki and Yashoda. He is the guide of the Yadu dynasty, and with his mighty arms, he kills everything inauspicious, as well as every man who is the impious. By his presence, he destroyed all things inauspicious. For all living entities moving and inert, his blissful smiling face always increases the lusty desires of the gopis of Vrindavan. May he be all glorious and happy. This is the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10:90:48. This is just the verse before the start of the 10th canto. This is the 10th canto. This is the last verse of the 10th canto. Possibly last or just one or two verses before the last. So I'll just take the last verse. Naham vipro na cha narpati na vaishyo na shudro naham varni na cha grahapati no vanayasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikhil paramananda purnamitabhe gopi bhartu pad kamalayo dasa dasanudasaha. This is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to reveal himself. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatri, I am not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor am I a Brahmana, a householder, Vanpras, or a sannyasi. I identify myself as the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. This is the verse from Padyavali, which is compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami. Sripad Rupa Goswami ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidai Gaur Prema. Hare Krishna. So we will continue tomorrow. No one? Okay, so we will end here. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai.